Should you sell your Bitcoins into gold today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, 2 amazing news items, 5 amazing charts, and yes, an inspirational quote. Of course, in the beautiful rainy Thailand, but check how beautiful the rain is here, like big drops, guys. Now let's quickly jump into that news first, because it's massive news, and I'm gonna tell you if you should be selling your Bitcoins for gold today. Let's check it. Bam! If there is one person that is watching this video that thought for one little split of a second that you should be selling your Bitcoins for gold, you are watching the wrong channel. Of course, we are not selling our Bitcoins for gold, guys. Bitcoin is superior when it comes to gold. And why did I open the video with that? Because now it will even become more superior to gold. Because scientists or physicists just tried to convert lead into gold, and they succeeded for a split of a second to convert lead, yes, you're hearing me right, lead into gold. This is just the beginning. They are 100% confident that in the future, which is not a too far future, they will be able to turn lead into gold forever, which would mean that all the lead in the world will be able to be converted into gold, which will increase the gold market cap tremendously, which doesn't make gold that scarce anymore. Even better, not scarce at all anymore. Gold already isn't that scarce because we can find gold probably in some depths of the sea where we haven't been. Probably Elon Musk is gonna find some gold on some planets or wherever he wants to go with all these rockets. And now physicists have been proven that they can turn lead into gold. If you want to understand exactly how they did it, then please read the article yourself. We'll put the link to the article down below so you understand it's not like a scam or something else. It's physicists in Switzerland that have turned lead into gold for a split of a second. But when you can do it for a split of a second, it won't take long until you find out how to keep that lead into gold, guys. So no, you should never exchange your Bitcoins into gold. The second thing that I can share with you about Bitcoin and gold is, if you would have invested $1 into gold in 2009, or let's say 2010 is also okay, $1 into gold would now be around $4. Yes, amazing profits. $1 would now be $4. You would be able to buy probably 2 Snickers bars or something like that, or 1 drink. If you would have invested $1 into Bitcoin in 2010, then now you would be able to buy a big luxury yacht. That's the difference. A Snicker bar or 2 Snicker bars or a kick-ass yacht or big house. $1 in 2010 in gold or Bitcoin. So for me, gold is done. Bitcoin is the digital gold of the 21st century. It's going to take over gold's market cap within 10 to 20 years, I believe. So that means that the Bitcoin market cap will end up somewhere around 20 trillion US, for example, which would of course mean that the Bitcoin price would go times 10 from where we are now, which would be around $1 million per Bitcoin. So the return on investment on gold has been amazing in the last couple of decades, but now the world is changing. We need a digital form of gold. Bitcoin is the king when it comes to being a digital form of gold. So in my opinion, you should be investing everything into Bitcoin instead of gold. But who am I? Do your own research, but check those charts and check the article how they are turning lead into gold. Amazing physicists, guys. Now let's jump into the second news item. The second news item, guys, is about stablecoins. As a lot of people always ask me, Didi, which stablecoin should I exit into on the bull market top? Now, because of all the regulations at the moment, we have a few stablecoins that are still like not completely regulated, like USDT. But for example, USDC is fully regulated. And in the future, I believe the more tight these regulations will become, the more dark or private stablecoins will start to exist. So I don't think we will keep it to USDC and, for example, USDT, because USDT has to make a big choice. Are they going to stay unregulated, or do they want to become regulated and become the new stablecoin of the United States? So they will have this issue that they need to discuss with the team, and I think they want to be regulated because else they will lose a shitload of market cap, or maybe they're really hardcore OGs and they were like, well, we don't need to be regulated in the United States and we stay unregulated. Then USDT will always be that unregulated version for stablecoins. But let's say they both get regulated. Which one then you need? Like DAI, for example, a decentralized stablecoin is not pegged to dollars or gold or real estate. That one is completely decentralized because of using algorithmic mechanisms. I believe in the next couple of years, there will be way more unregulated private, not dark, let's say private stablecoins that are based on algorithmic mechanisms instead of being pegged to gold or being pegged to dollars. So in my future, the decentralized future, these decentralized stablecoins will take over from the other stablecoins. But for this bull market, I don't expect you having any issues with exiting into USDT or USDC. We are not there yet and it's fully regulated. So for me, I'm also using USDT and USDC. If DAI still stays stable like it has been in the last couple of years, then maybe I even diversify a little bit into DAI. So that was the second news item. What should you do with your stablecoins and how does the stablecoin future look like? I think there will be a shitload of private stablecoins, but let's see. Maybe there will be a stablecoin on the Bitcoin blockchain. I heard stories about that, USDTH it would be called, but I haven't seen the result yet, so I need to do my deep dive there as well. Yes, I need to educate myself every day again to create quality content like this. So if you like this quality content, then give this video already a thumbs up, guys. Now let's quickly jump into the charts to show you exactly what is happening to Bitcoin, what I expect for Bitcoin to happen, and it's amazing charts, guys. I have like 5 amazing charts you have never seen before, so keep watching this video. A quick update about DDBAM. The team is working their ass off to build, guys. We are building a shitload of things on the back end that you won't see yet, but you will see very soon. This is going to be an epic token to be investing in and also to be hodling and to become part of the DDBAM community. You need to hodl 10,000 of these tokens. At the moment, it's still cheap to buy 10,000 tokens. This will, of course, change in the future, in my honest opinion. On the other side, you can also become a gold member, a silver member, or a bronze member and get access to all the VIP groups, VIP meetups, and much more to come, guys. So that's the update about DDBAM. Don't forget about that project. Go check it. Check the Telegram, check the Twitter, check what all we have been building in the last couple of months. While everything was bearish, we kept building as if it was bullish. Go check the project. Now let's jump into the charts. Use my special link down below here to sign up to Bybit and claim your amazing bonus up to 30,000 US dollar. You will receive $30 for just signing up. Use my link down below and click it now. The first chart for today, guys, is of course the 4-hour chart. Which is not doing what I wanted it to do or what I expected it to do. I expected this dip again that I told you over here to that 100K level. That's not happening. We are beautifully finding support now on that area over there in the circle at 104K. That was my target. So the target is reached. We don't see a pullback, but we see a beautiful sideways movement, even a little bit upwards movement. That is bringing a little bit more bullishness into the chart. Like we are 104K around that level. You can see that it's like a low, a higher low, a higher low, again a higher low. As long as we keep these higher lows, like let me draw them for you here, that you can see it. As long as we keep support on these higher lows like this, or maybe if you prefer to take the bodies, that is also possible. This is the bodies, that's the bodies. As long as we keep that line as a support line, we are still in the uptrend. The moment we break this line, we will fall back to the 102K area first. So that's the short-term outlook on Bitcoin. Now, if we look at that weekly close, that was an amazing weekly close over here. We had a high of 104,986. We had a close of 104,080. That's a beautiful close above that blue line, just like I told you guys that would happen. And the moment we went above the blue line, I told you guys if we close above it, that will be very bullish. We will have a target of 109,000, maybe pull back and then go into the 120k and even 160k towards the end of the year, guys. Look, even the MACD exactly doing what I told you. That blue line just crossed that red line. Now we can see it over there. We have green bars now, the second green bar opening. Mostly when we see this on a weekly, look what happens. We get higher green bars because we get a huge pump. Here also, higher green bars. Higher green bars. We never go flat almost in the weekly. We had that hash ribbon buy signal. We did broke the downward trend on the RSI. We're coming towards the 80 level. So yes, amazing bullish weeks ahead. Now, I'm going to jump into some other charts to show you what kind of perspective you should have now for the next couple of months, guys, because these are amazing charts. This is the first one. This chart is the Bitcoin price on the 11th of May. That was yesterday. Happy Mother's Day still for all the people that are still living on yesterday. You can see here that 104k was a very high price. Last year we were at 60k. The year before we were at 30k. The year before there, the bull market, we were at 60k. So we can see the trend is trending up. $6, $115. You know, let's take the bull market years, 115. Then 1800, then 60,000, and now 100,000. That is the trend on Mother's Day. Every time higher and higher and higher, guys. Now, if we look to this chart, guys, we can see something really cool as well. This is the Bitcoin price on the 10th of May, but I'm not sharing this, why it's the 10th of May and what the price is. You can see that's an uptrend. We're going higher and higher and higher. But I'm sharing this because the Bitcoin price at the moment is 104,000. 4 years ago, it was 55,000. So that's an ROI of 88%, a CAGR of 17%. CAGR is a compounded aggregated growth result, so that's a 70% a year. If you bought Bitcoin 8 years ago, it was $1,700. Then your ROI would be 5,800%. And if you bought Bitcoin 12 years ago, it was $118. You would have 88,000% ROI, guys. That is how you should treat Bitcoin. Long-term investment. It's going to go higher and higher. From now, if you invest today, 8 years or 12 years later, you again will have a very high return on investment, guys, and a very high CAGR, even if it's just 30% a year. That's insane if you calculate that in 10 years' time, guys. Now, next chart. This chart is the yearly chart. On this yearly chart, you can clearly see that we always have the same rhythm. Let's say it like this, rhythm. We have 3 green candles, then we have a bear market, then we have 3 green candles, then we have a bear market, then we have 3 green candles, then we have a bear market. We have now 2 green candles. This is the 3rd green candle being built. This candle is going to close in the end of 2025. This candle, in my opinion, is still need to go up. Like we had the first candle was 160%, 120%. I think this will end up somewhere around like 60%-ish. And when we end up around 60%-ish, we have the same candle like that one. You know, this was a very steep one in 2017. It was a perfect bull market. I don't believe this one is going to be that steep, but still, this candle should bring us to 160,000 euros on the end of the year. And then that new candle, 2026 candle, guys, is going to be a bear market candle. It's going to be a red candle. You should be selling again near the top and be buying back near the bottom in 2027. Now, on this chart, you can see a little bit more clear how those profits evolved in those bull markets and where people should have taken profits. Now, here you can see, for example, the 2017 bull market, guys, was a 2,400% profit from the bear market bottom. Here in 2021 was still 1,000%. At the moment, we are at 72%. So if we would divide this by 2, we arrive over there. If we would divide this by 2, we would arrive at 500%. 500%. That would be a huge increase in the Bitcoin price at the moment. So that please understand that. We are not near the bull market top. That's exactly what this chart is telling us. We still need to go up higher, way higher. On this chart, you can see also that same explanation, but now if you look at the averages of the last couple of bull markets, here you can see that you know, this blue band, That's the best performance of a bull market, and that's the worst performance of the bull market. That dark line in the middle, that's the average performance of a bull market. That red line is the current Bitcoin price. We were outperforming all of these bull markets at the beginning. Now we got back into that cloud. We are almost at the average performance of a bull market. So this means even if we keep that average line of the bull market, towards the end of 2025, that is where the bull market tops mostly were, guys, then we could even end up at that 180 to 200,000 US dollar per Bitcoin. This line is a 200,000 Bitcoin line. If we go to that line, 200K, I told you 160K. That would be the worst performance line here, the bottom of the cloud. That's the 160K level, guys. My target is at 160K. So just this chart is just showing you that it's not impossible. And it's also not impossible to, in 2026, see a 12-month bear market. Because that's what on average all those bull markets did. They topped out in this area, end of 2025, and then they bottomed in the beginning of 2027. That's when we get back into that market. If we perform the worst case scenario, this area, that will bring us to 70,000 US dollar. The best performing bear market would bring us to around 100K. So please understand these charts. These charts are creating averages, and we should be following those averages as the bull market cycle keeps rhyming and repeating each 4-year cycle. Then we have Plan B's model, guys. This is the stock to flow model of Plan B, but this one is showing you the Bitcoin price, RSI, moving average, realized price, and the stock to flow combined. Now, the only thing that I want you to understand from this chart, that each and every bull market, 2013, how many red dots do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2017, how many red dots do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2021, how many red dots do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2025, how many red dots do you see? 0. What do these red dots mean? The red dot is a representation of the RSI. The RSI being above 80 towards 85. This is the red dot area. Each and every bull market, we get overheated. Overheated meaning the RSI goes too high. And that is the 80 to 85 level. This is a monthly chart. Please understand this. Every dot is 1 month. So this means that each bull market, at least we had 4 months or 5 months even above 80 with the RSI. We didn't see one of those. We saw 70 to 75. That is what we saw max at the moment. At the moment we are around the 60 area. I believe that we will see 3 to 4 months of red dots towards the end of the year, which will bring us to at least this line over there. That's a 200K line. Something below that is 160K. We need 4 red dots to get there. And then maybe if you're really bullish and the worldwide economy is positive, we could take it to 200 to 220K with that red dot. But the thing that is important is that we haven't had any red dot on the monthly chart. These are huge bullish months that are missing from this bull market, and we will see very soon. Now, I think this chart is one of the most important charts that I can ever show you guys, because people always ask me, how should I buy Bitcoin? When should I buy Bitcoin? In my opinion, Bitcoin should be your core capital. But I do understand that there is a lot of people not like me or my family. We are believers. We believe that Bitcoin is the best form of money, the best form of gold, the best store of value. It is the king of all assets. That's what we believe. If you don't believe that and partly believe in Bitcoin, you should just put a little bit of your paycheck into Bitcoin. This graph is showing you families that saved 10% of each paycheck into Bitcoin, what the result would be of their investment. So please take your time to analyze this chart. It's very important. We're going to take this 2020 year over there. That family has been saving since January 2020. Today, they have $207,000 worth of Bitcoin. because they bought 10% of their paycheck each month. So in total, it cost them 50,000 US dollar. So they have invested $50,000, that's the cost basis, the red bar, which now has a value of 207,000 US dollar. That is the power of dollar cost averaging. Buying each month the same amount of Bitcoins or the same percentage of your paycheck into Bitcoin. If you look to, for example, the people that did this since 2018, they would have invested, let's say, around 70,000 US dollar in total. And the amount of Bitcoins that they bought since 2018 for that 70,000 US dollar now has a value of 460,000 US dollar. So you invested 60K, let's say that, which now has a value of 460K. You gained 400,000 US dollars just by converting 10% of your paycheck each month into Bitcoin, guys. Now, even the people that started in 2024, the cost base would be, let's say this is around 20K. We can see that that blue bar is around 30 to 40K. So even if you started in 2024, you would be in profit. Even if you started in January 2025, you would be in profit. Please understand this. This is a very important chart. You should be saving in Bitcoin, not in fiat shitcoins. Fiat shitcoins will keep you poor and make you even more poor. Because of inflation, you need to spend more and more of these fiat shitcoins to your groceries. The moment you start to convert a part of your shitcoins into Bitcoins, that one will increase in value and increase your purchasing power. With Bitcoins, you can buy more and more groceries each year for one Bitcoin. The exact opposite of your fiat shitcoins. So start to understand these kind of graphs, guys. Now, that was the last chart for today, guys. The most important chart. Please understand that we as a family have been living this life since 2017. Just imagine how we dollar cost average since 2017, how much that would have costed and how much that is worth at the moment. Just by believing in Bitcoin, guys. Last chart, let's jump into the next part. I hope you really enjoyed the charts, guys. Yes, epic charts again, short term, a lot of volatility, which is amazing for the traders among us. Long term, nothing has changed. The outlook is still the same. I'm still predicting a bull market top around 160,000 US dollar in the end of this year. We will get those red dots that Plan B is talking about. We will get all that beautiful bullish momentum that we are seeing on the charts that the other bull markets also gave us. We will get that towards the end of this year, guys. 120K in May, still my target around my birthday, the 26th of May, and then we will pull back and then again go sideways and then again have that last push into the bull market in Q4, September, October, November 2025. Still 17 months after the halving would be October the 1st, somewhere around that area should be normally the bull market top, but let's see. Let's see, maybe it will take 1 month longer till November or till December, because the previous bull market tops mostly were in November and December area. But maybe it will become earlier a little bit, December, November, maybe now the 1st of October, 17 months after the halving, guys. Now let's jump into the last part of the video, the inspirational quote. The inspirational quote for today, guys. Sunshine is delicious. Rain is refreshing. Wind braces us up. Snow is exhilarating. So with other words, there's no such thing as bad weathers. There's only different kinds of good weather. That is how you should look at the weather, but also how you should look at all things in life. Of course, not everything is the same. Of course, you have ups and you have downs. But just see those downs as less good ups, not as the downs. Just a less good up that you can turn into a really good up. That is how you should be treating life. Of course, the sun is different than the rain, it feels different, but still, it's all different forms of good weather. Because the rain is good for the plants, it's good for the forest. The sun is also good for the plants, also good for the forest. Those are also good for the humans. We need rain, we need oxygen, we need all of that. We need also the sun, we need the energy of the sun. So there is not such a thing as bad weather. There is always a different form of good weather. And it also reflects to everything in life. There is not real bad things that can happen to you. There are only different forms of good things that can happen to you that you can interpret as really bad. But sometimes when something is really bad, in the end it turns out to be really good as well. You know those situations. So treat life as that. Don't become like depressed or like negative because it's raining. I went to train this morning on my motorbike with this poncho, enjoying that rain, enjoying the drive very slowly to my training. Beautiful. It's different. You feel the drops. It's a completely different kind of good weather, but still it's good weather for many people out there. Just understand, the farmers, they need rain. They love rain. You should treat rain and other difficult things in your life the same. You need to start to love some of these things that you are hating at the moment and treat them as something positive. And by that you attract way more positivity into your life, guys. That was the inspirational quote for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news, the charts, and the inspiration quote? I want to thank you for watching on this beautiful Monday, and hopefully see you tomorrow again on Tuesday. Bam!